Very good morning, one and all. This is Kaunan Shahidi, and I welcome you to another empowering morning conversations. And today is session number 503. Yes, we have crossed 500 landmark, and now we are today in 503rd empowering conversation with Sukhdeep Malvai and we all. If you are new to this channel or if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, I request you to please like and subscribe because you'll be keep on getting the new videos from Sukhdeepak Malwai. He has experience of 35 plus years of transforming human lives. So you'll keep on getting the fresh new videos on new perspective, new thoughts, and new ideas, which might create some difference in your life. So thank you so much. So today's empowering morning conversation with Sukhdeepak Malvai. Sir is not keeping well and he's recovering. He has recovered and very soon he'll be completely recovered. Doctors has advised him to take rest a bit. So he'll be with us again tomorrow and day after, inshallah. So please keep on sending some positive energy to him. Give a pause and send some positive energy to him so that he will get recover quickly. Give a pause and send energy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nina Mukherjee. Welcome.
Thank you.
Great. So thank you. Welcome back. And we'll be having empowering morning conversation as usual, as you know, to reminder to ourselves that why we are here every morning. And as you all know, and I believe that we all remember why we are here. As Sukhdeepak sir said that we have to have the mindset of not blaming, but living our life. So he said that stop blaming and start living. And for that, we have to shift ourselves, our mindset from survival to create. Because most of us, wherever we do live, whatsoever been programmed, we normally react, we normally resist, we normally blame, and we normally find the reasons that something is happening wrong with me because of something. So we shift our this kind of attitude and we ensure that we keep on looking for something new. So it's another new day, another new opportunity, and another day to create a difference in our life and in the lives of others. So that's the approach, that's the attitude, and that's the mindset we be in every day with the reminder here in this empowering morning conversation. And also we ensure that the negativity, wherever we are, if we are getting, we don't get influenced because as Sukhdeepak sir always say that we are emotional being. We are very easily getting influenced by the circumstances and situations. And as you all know, that wherever we live, in most of the cases, the situations, the circumstances are a bit negative. So we don't get influenced by the negativity, rather we dissipate the negativity and we create positivity in terms of being more optimistic, being having the sense of finding what else is possible, what's new can be done in this moment, and how can we contribute to the individual or to the situation and create happiness. And for that, we practice to enhance our focus, attention, and ensure that we use our energy effectively, smartly, so that we get the right result by focusing on the action. Because as a human being, we have to keep on taking action to move forward. That's what the word known as traction. Ultimately, we'll get the results whatsoever is best for us. And also, we practice here not to waste too much time in thinking, overthinking, and being in the mindset of always reasoning out that whether I shall do it or not kind of approach, but we choose the moments. Every moment is an opportunity for us to create a difference. So we choose the moment with our all choices and without being any judgmental. And as you all know that judgment is something which is, in most of the cases, creates a challenge, and then we go back into the survival mode or default mode, and then the vicious cycle keeps on going. So we ensure that every morning with Sukhdeepak Malway, we be in the create mode. So that's what is the reminder. And let me just stop this sharing. And today, what we are going to discuss, today is another day, and what is in my mind coming is to discuss something about relationship. So let's remind ourselves the 5 important elements what Sukhdeepak sir has taught us about having very powerful relationship. So who can help me to remember, remind what are those 5 elements of powerful relationship? May I request Hasina ji, then I'll come to Vetri ji. Hasina ji. Hasina ji, you can unmute yourself, ma'am. If not, let me check. Let me request Hasina ma'am to unmute. Please, Hasina ji, unmute.
Sir, I forgot the question only.
Yeah, you remember Sukhdeepak sir has taught us that if we have to have intimate or good positive relationship with someone, what are the 5 things we have to remember, use?
One is trust.
Yeah.
Second, I don't know. Second is listen properly to what the person talks.
Okay.
Listen and
yeah, listening is very important, because when we listen, half of the problems gets resolved, and we have to listen intently, focusing on each and every word of the person's what he's talking, without changing the meaning of the person's whatever he has or she has. So listening is very important, ma'am. Okay, so you just recollect, no issue. Let's listen from Kasha side, so that yes, sir. Kasha ji, good morning. You can unmute yourself. I think we have the access to unmute.
Yeah. Good morning. It's honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability. These are the 5 pillars of relationship.
Yeah. Very true. Thank you so much. Now listen from our expert, Mr. Vetrival Shanmugam. Yes, sir. Your thought.
Good morning, Kunalji. Good morning, everyone. And Kasaji revealed it. It's 5 elements of intimacy and trust, honor, relevance, gratitude, and vulnerability. Thank you, Kunalji.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let's listen from Nina Makkarji. She wants to share something. Yes, ma'am. Welcome. Please go ahead.
I feel, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
I feel respect is very important, and especially mutual respect. Both have to respect each other, or any relation. It could be with family or anybody. If you don't respect the person, there's nothing that will come.
Right. So if I may ask, ma'am, what is the meaning of respect in your opinion?
I feel respect is you kind of not listen, but follow whatever the person's saying, not just ridicule them. And when the person's trying to say anybody, you have to understand and go by it, not just. I've seen a lot of cases where people just disregard everything. So in that, relation will never build. So I think respect is very, very important.
Right, ma'am. And what we have learned, Neena ji, with Sukhdeepak Malwai sir, is another element, which is honor.
Okay, maybe that's another word.
Yeah, actually, we consider honor, it encompasses the element of respect, but it is much at higher level. Now, just
I'm sure.
you can resonate with your experience of your life. If you might have met someone in your life, some VIP or someone, a very important personality, and the way you behave or your attitude with the person, the honor what you give to the individual, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So
But
that,
sometimes it gets very difficult when the other person's not respecting you. So to respect back is what is very difficult, but you have to maintain that. That is what is most important.
true. So
I
what
mean, that's very difficult when somebody is not respecting in you, and in spite of that, you turn back and respect them.
Right. That's what we learn. And the other element is the vulnerability. So maybe in any other day, we'll request Sukhdeepak sir to take the session on intimate relationship, covering all the 5 elements, which I believe if you attend,
That would be
you'll have more clarity, because
Yes.
most of us present here, whosoever have gone through that session, we have realized that even though the other person is not responding in a proper way, if we keep on behaving in a certain manner, they get change, because that's how the universe has been designed. But
Well, I'm really hoping for that, because most people, I feel, when you respect them, they translate that into your weakness. They think you're weak and they try to overpower you more. So I mean, maybe it hasn't worked for me so far, but this is what I have understood, that when you're trying to be nice or humble and respect people, they translate that into your weakness, that, oh, he or she can be trampled. But hopefully that's why I'm into this session, to improve my relations.
yeah, yeah. So thank you so much for your sharing. Let me go back to the slide, and let me share my PowerPoint. Betty, just give me thumbs up if you can see. And question of the day, I have got this picture on the screen, and I request you to all look into this picture and think what's coming to your mind. What exactly is this? And do share. You can raise your hand and do share. What's the thought coming to your mind?
The baggage that we carry about the past
Yeah, the baggage we carry about the past.
and the future. Anxiety is future.
Yeah. Thank you, Kashaji. Let's listen from Shakti, ma'am.
Yes, as Kasha said, we are carrying a lot of things. Basically, we are not in present mode. We are in past and worrying about the future. We are not able to let it go.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone else? I think it's simple. Let's listen from Niti, ma'am.
The attitude of holding on to things that are not positive, that are not helping us move forward, holding on to our failures, holding on to the distress of that moment, and carrying it forward with us. It's not only holding on, but then we are carrying it forward with us. That is a bigger harmful concept.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we all have, in some ways, of some size or some type, certain baggages of the past or future or whatsoever. Experts, they have given the term emotional baggages. So we do have different kinds of emotional baggages always on us. And as we were listening the experience of Nina ma'am, the interaction with someone, she was giving proper attention, respect, and then there's no proper response in the same fashion with some expectations. So there was some emotional dissatisfaction. It happens with all of us in different relationships. And then we keep the baggage on us. And the metaphor which is being used here as a baggage is that emotional state, whatsoever had happened once upon a time, and whatsoever mind is creating about future by creating a thought in the mind, sensation in the body, and sort of emotion which is stuck, which has not got resolution. It has not been resolved. Somewhere it is there finding answers. And that's what the metaphor is. Baggage is there. We are carrying something inside. We have not let it go yet, as Shakti Rajendra mentioned. So we'll ponder upon this question for this empowering morning conversation number 503, just to find some fresh answers together. I'm not expert, but that's the beauty of this kind of conversations. When we share our thoughts, share our ideas, share our feelings, then we learn from each other. So that's what we will do for next half an hour. And let's see what the new, fresh answers about this emotional baggages, if we are carrying any, what shall we do? And because if we are carrying baggages, just imagine this gentleman in the picture. He has 4 big baggage. 2 he's holding in his hands. 1 is he's carrying. It's another hanging, basically. 1 is on the back, and all such stuff. So just imagine ourselves carrying so many baggages and moving somewhere. So it will be very challenging to move forward. It will be very challenging to be in the present state. It will be very challenging to be in the create mode. So we have to get rid of this. Otherwise, we'll not be getting the fulfillment, the pleasure, the happiness of the life, what we are supposed to get it, isn't it? So moving forward, let me explain you this term, emotional baggage. It consists of all the negative thoughts and the feelings we hold against someone that then prevent us from having a fulfilling relationship with them. Let me request Shakti ji to read. She has wonderful English. So that, Shakti ji, can you read it out loud for all of us?
Emotional baggage consists of all the negative thoughts and feelings we hold against someone that then prevent us from having a fulfilling relationship with them.
Yep. Thank you so much. Let me request Priya ji. Priya ji, once upon a time, she was going through this kind of emotional state. And let's listen from her thought on this emotional baggage.
Um, my thought is like the statement that you written is very true. I had a lot of like past history where there was a lot of sadness and guilt, and there was shame for me and for people as well. So once I got rid of it, I feel a lot lighter, not in weight, but yeah, emotionally, and
Yep.
more happier also.
Yep.
So, and also my relationship got um, much better with in terms like with my father, with my friends, with my brother, and with the authorities I live in. So yeah,
Right.
that too helps.
Thank you, Priyaji. If I may ask, what exactly you did, as sir always say that the action, what action you took, if you can share.
So I whatever was there in my mind, I talked about it. Plus, like in anxious consciousness, we say, what else is possible. So I keep on talking about it, like to myself, like what else is possible now? How can I let go of all the emotional baggages? First is letting go. So I let go whatever was there with me,
Yep.
and that really helped me. So
Thank you so much, Priyaji. And that's what I wanted to emphasize upon. And before that, emotional baggages or emotional baggage may be all these, if you can see on the screen. And may I request Shri Prasad Reddy Garu to read this, what you can see on the screen, if it is visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Emotional baggage may be a list of grievances we hold against someone. Number two, based on our personal interpretation of a situation and preventing us from seeing clearly, impacting our mental and physical health, stopping us from healing the relationship, stopping us from entering into a new relationship.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So it's not only one element of emotional baggage, as you can see, as Shri Prasad Garu read it. So it's always there is some kind of grievances we hold against someone, that, oh, this person had done something to me. Oh, he had not respected me. Oh, he will not listen to me. That kind of mindset, there's somewhere emotion is stuck. And also, whatsoever past experiences we do have, whatsoever conditioning we have of our mind, we do have the interpretation of situation. As Nina ma'am was experiencing and sharing earlier, that with someone, it might have happened that if you are giving proper respect, the other person is taking you for the granted and taking you as a weaker person, that, oh, this person is giving me respect. Okay, so I am more powerful than that. So if something similar had happened in the past, then we do the interpretation of something currently happening, because it's there, the baggage is there. So even though the new relationship or the new person, the new situation might not be like that, or the person might not behave in the same way the person who had behaved in the past. But since the baggage is there, we do the interpretation differently. And also, this prevent us seeing the clarity, the possibility that something different, something new is there. Of course, it impacts our physical health and mental health, because the energy got stuck. We have not released it. And then it stops us from healing the relationship. We always keep a difference, the distance. We don't take action, or we don't get the courage to interact or to initiate or do something. We get stuck. And also, because of all such experiences, the baggage, heavy feeling, we don't enter into the new relationship. So that's what the emotional baggage is all about. And as you all aware, and Shakti ji also mentioned, Priya ji mentioned, and most of us might have experienced, if we have to remove the emotional baggages or baggage or whatsoever it is, what is the simple thing, the best thing? Hasina ji, what can you do to remove the emotional baggage?
Let sorry, let go what has happened.
Yeah. Let
Let
it
go
go.
what you're thinking.
Yeah. Let it go. But the question is that how to let it go. We will discuss this. We have our expert Vetrivel here, so we'll ask him this question. But the point at this moment is we have to let it go. I can see the hand raised by Shanti, ma'am. Please, ma'am, go ahead.
Forgive the people on whom you have all those.
Yeah.
um,
Thank you, ma'am. That's what we'll be discussing. And let it go means let it go. And this is just a graphics to reflect. You know, you have to take some action. You have to release something, as this picture depicts. The parachute is picking the letter O and taking it up, and this gentleman, he's pushing or resisting something, so it's or pushing it to go somewhere. So just to let ourselves that we have to take some action, either physically or emotionally, or do something to let it go. Now, it's easy to say let it go, but sometimes it's a bit challenging. And for that, as Shanti ma'am say, that forgive. The question is, what is forgiveness? So let's listen from Vetriji, his thought about forgiveness, and what shall we do to forgive someone? What shall we do to let it go? What shall we do if we are having emotional baggage we are carrying, and we are not ready to release? We are not ready to accept that. How will be it possible when I give respect to someone? How can we ensure that he will not consider me the weaker person? I'll get the respect in the same fashion. That emotional baggage, how can we let it go? So, Vetriji, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Kunalji. Amazing inputs. And one thing which so beautiful is the way you hold on and ask the question, they let the answer correctly. And start, if you allow me 1 or 2 minutes, I just want to share with you a small story. Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Can you hear me, Kunalji?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Sometimes my connection. Yeah. Thank you. One guy is a traveler. He keeps visiting places, and he happened to go to Himalaya. So, guy who is from abroad or something goes to Himalaya. He goes with a simple bag to have little things and all, and he goes there. And he is curious person, went to so many places and went to one kind of a small kutil, or what you call small building, where one sadhu is meditating. So he went inside, did his pranams. Swami also returned his good, how are you, something like that. While discussing, this guy got a curious question. He asked, you are such a wisdom person, but I see no things in your room. Very, very limited supplies, like drink water, one glass, or just pot of water. Very, very, very minimal package, or whatever you call. And he's asking why you live with very, very, very simple things. Immediately, Swami returned a question to him. He said, you are a big guy, and why you have only one small package with 4 cloths? Then immediately that guy replied, I'm a traveler. Immediately Sadhu replied, so am I. It has got a deeper meaning. This guy considers this travel as a travel, and he himself considers himself as a traveler. This will start, this will end. I don't need many packages. But the Sadhu considers this life as a travel, opportunity to see things, this world, and learn something and realize something. So he says, I don't need much things. So am I. You are a traveler, I am also a traveler. So this is attitude can give little more clarity to the picture. One you shown us beautiful picture, the luggages we carry. Do we need it really? And one more question it raised me when you shown that. The luggages are not holding us. We are only holding the luggages. How beautiful it is. Thank you, Guruji. This is my initial sharing. Let me discuss with friends. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Vetriji. So profound. I think with your very short, quick story, we can all resonate the value of letting it go, the value of being free, the value of just being a traveler and having the understanding that we are just a traveler. And with this body and mind, we are here in this world for a certain period of time. And after that, we will migrate. So why shall we put so many luggages, the emotional baggages, and we get stuck? As Sukdeepak Malviya sir said that each and every moment, each and every experience of your life, whether it is bad, good, or ugly, accept it, be in the allowance, and make it sure that you don't hold any emotional baggage. Don't have any grudge, don't have any negativity, don't have any thought which takes you in the default mode or in the mode where you always feel that, oh, why it is happening with me? Why me kind of approach? Rather, change the perspective and find what else is possible. And that's what we do here. We practice to shift to the create mode by looking to the possibility. And Sukdeepak sir say that we all are possibility seekers. And when we live our life with that attitude, with the possibilities everywhere around, the opportunities, the new day, and new things might happen, then we don't have any luggage, any baggage. We feel free, relaxed. So thank you so much, Vetriji. Let's listen from, I can see the Nina ma'am and Hasina ma'am raise hand. Nina ma'am, please go ahead.
Yeah, one thought just came to me, and it has helped me a lot, is that if we're holding something, like somebody's done something and you're keeping it in your mind, more than that person, I think you're hurting yourself. Because being in that negativity mode and holding that grudge, you're actually harming yourself. So by letting go, you're making it easy for yourself. So if you put that thought, by letting go, if I'm benefiting myself, I think it'll be easier to let go.
Very profound, ma'am. Thank you so much. Let's listen from Hasina ji. You can unmute yourself, ma'am.
I have to say a lot on this because after EMC, my relationship, I'm going to be very open about this discussion. My relationship with my daughter-in-law was no good, really no good. But after EMC, there are a lot of places where I have changed myself. First is trust. I just didn't think much of her and I didn't trust her so much. But now, to an extent, I share my bank locker with her. Can you believe how much trust I have in her? One point. Now, I never used to listen to her. She said something and I said, hoga. And she's not very good. She doesn't understand much. This is what my attitude, without reasoning, this was my attitude. That I never honored her also. All the points I'm bringing up to say, I didn't think much of her. That is also changed. And being grateful to all that she does for me has has really changed. I never appreciated. I just said, "Okay, that's her duty. She has to do it." But I never felt gratitude towards what she did to me. And all these points I have changed. My thoughts have changed. And now we call each other. She's always called me mama. And I've called her daughter, but that meaning was not there as daughter. But now it has 100% meaning that she is my daughter. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Hasina ma'am. And I'm sure when Sukhdeepak sir will watch this recording, he'll be definitely very happy that with Sukhdeepak Malwai, Empowering Morning Conversation, you can see the transformation what has happened with Hasina ji. A powerful relationship building with the tools, with the techniques, with the guidance of Sukhdeepak sir. Now she
Literally. And I feel also very happy living with her. Earlier, I used to feel, oh, she's at home, let me go out, which never happens. Now I feel, I hope she doesn't go out anywhere. I want to be with her. We play board games, which we never used to. We watch movies together, which we never used to. So my life has changed. Literally, my life has changed for being so happy now.
Wow, with this.
Really, I'm so happy, and I pray for Sukhdeepak ji for how he has changed my life.
Wow. And with your expression, these sentences making all of us happy in this August gathering. And we all are happy for you, Hasina ji.
Thank you.
More blessings, and may Allah gives you more happiness here and hereafter.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
So let's listen from Niti ji. What is her thought on this subject, Niti ma'am?
I just wanted to compliment Hasina ma'am for being so open and sharing her growth, her changes, her experience. Going through all of this is one thing, and coming out on such a platform and owning it up is yet another level. And I have full respect for what she is doing for herself and the family. And God bless you all, Hasina ma'am. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let me go back to the slides. So we were discussing Let It Go, and we got the glimpse of the benefit of forgiveness, which you can imagine a relationship between Hasina ji and the daughter-in-law. So definitely something very positive has happened. Now, the point is, as you can see on the screen, to practice forgiveness is to release oneself from all the negative emotions. As Nina ma'am was explaining, that if you are holding grudge, you are damaging or you're harming yourself. So if you release all the negative emotions that one is holding inside against a person or situation, so that's what is basically practicing forgiveness. But let me elaborate more a bit. That's not only that thing. If you read on the screen, is the forgiveness means also to let go of resentment and blame towards others. So if someone has done something, we always blame, oh, this person has not respected me. He is the reason for my disrespect. While Sukhdeepak says that you have the power. Why are you giving the power to someone else to respect you? You have the power not to get impacted because of his action or the behavior. Also, forgiveness means stop punishing yourself with guilt and self-blame. Forgiveness means that you manage your own emotions. We have the power, and we know that the power of generation of emotions, we can generate any kind of emotions, whether it is laughter or crying or whatsoever it is. We can manage our own emotions. And forgiveness means that you take accountability for your action. Also, you can make amendments in your feelings because of some situation, some behavior. And forgiveness also means that you no longer keep reliving negative emotions, not in the default mode. No, we are into the create mode. And whenever, as a human being, we might go back to the default mode of blaming and complaining. But with the awareness, we come back quickly that, oh, I am there in the default mode. Let me come back to create mode because I have the power to create. And we can create the new intention for the future with the new relationship and making it sure that we be in the present and enjoying the process. Now, these 4 steps I wanted to share with you because we're running out of time. You can do it with yourself wherever you are in terms of having a relationship, emotional baggage with someone. So if you have anyone which you feel that you're not having a good relationship or you are carrying some emotional baggage of some experiences had happened in past or some interpretation which you feel is not good or should not have happened kind of approach. So remember, identify what exactly the issue with this person. And then the step 2 is practice forgiveness. Like you have to change your thought process. And in one of the sessions, Deepak sir has told that if you are thinking something negative about the person, find out what is good in that person. What are the positive attributes of that personality? What are the good memories in the past had happened with that person? So try to find out goodness in that. Try to find out positive in that. Try to find out how this person has helped you or created some good moments. So if you practice that forgiveness and visualize yourself by closing your eyes, sitting somewhere, relaxing, visualize yourself, you being with the person, sitting somewhere, and then having conversation by removing whatsoever had happened in the past, by forgiving, and visualize that you are having a nice conversation with him, wonderful time with him, and same time set an intention to have positive, powerful relationship with the person by committing yourself, by telling yourself that you have removed all the emotional baggages whatsoever you were holding, and start feeling lighter, start feeling that you don't have any emotional baggage with that specific gentleman or the person, and then you will feel a bit relaxed and easy and lighter. So that's the 4-step simple practice you can do. Normally I do that. And let's listen more from Shakti Rajendran from the access consciousness perspective. Because whenever we have a relationship with 2 individuals, and if we are carrying emotional baggage in access consciousness terminology, we feel heavy. We feel yucky, something is holding and some energy is making you feel heavy. But when you practice by asking some questions, you feel lighter. So let me request Shakti Rainan to share her thought and remind us about the 4 questions so that we feel lighter and then we feel that I'm not carrying any emotional baggage. I'm free to fly. Over to you, Shakti ji. Please take it.
Thank you, sir. Sir, in access perspective, it's so simple to drop the emotional baggage. Just drop it. That's it. You don't need to hold it. That's what access they will talk about. But you can, sir taught us so many tools and techniques. I want to recall few of them. Okay, if you are having a lot of feelings or emotions attached towards to some person, some situation, you are not able to let it go, to practice discretion exercise. That will help. That will help you to come back immediately. Then the second thing is, most of the time it's not belongs to us. So you ask first, who does this belongs to? The third one we can do this is the 4 questions which I have shared before. What is this? What can I do with that? Can I change it? If so, how can I change it? These tools will help us, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Shaktiji. Thank you so much for reminding. Very simple tools, very simple questions. It's just a matter of being aware that I am feeling stuck and I am having some thoughts about someone which is making me heavier. So let it go. Let it be free. Ask this question: who does this belongs to? And then I think there is also clearing. I don't remember the exact sentence. If you do the clearing, Shaktiji, that will be helpful to all of us.
Sure. Also, another powerful tool is like, so what, now what? Yes. Okay. What energy, space, consciousness, magic, miracles, possibilities can I in my body be to forgive everyone with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow times of zillion, will you destroy and create it all, please? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. I'll repeat it once again. What energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, possibilities can I and my body be to forgive everyone with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow times of zillion, will you destroy and create it all, please? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all 9 shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds.
Yes, thank you so much. I am personally feeling lighter. Thank you so much, Shaktiji. And it's such a powerful tool and beautiful way of making us lighter. And forgiveness is something so important. Now let's listen from someone who has experienced life and interacted with many individuals, and definitely he might have experienced negative emotions, but he might have definitely forgiven many people. So may I request and welcome Ashok Puranik sir to share his thought. What shall we do to forgive people? What action shall we take so that we feel easy, sir? Over to you, sir.
I came on frame not to speak, but yes, it reminds me my experiences as well as the teachings. Sir, it is always a fight between the brain and heart. Whom should we listen to? Unfortunately, distance between the brain and mouth is very small, and between the mouth and heart is little longer. So I can explain last half an hour's your talk. If you see a person coming and you have given him 10 rupees 5 years ago and he has not returned it, no sooner you see the person, the first thing that comes in mind, उसने मेरा 10 रुपया वापस नहीं किया है. Because the brain tells you, which is like a black box in the plane, it does keep everything that has happened in your life. So that black box tells, उसने मेरा 10 रुपया वापस नहीं किया है. And unfortunately, we blur that also. अरे अच्छा हो गया तू मिल गया, तूने 10 रुपया वापस नहीं किया अभी तक. But that is the only thing he has done in life. When you gave him 10 rupees, you did believe in him. There are good points which hearts wants to tell you. You don't listen to them. You just listen to the brain. 10 रुपया वापस नहीं किया. So many times it is a black box, which is a brain, and heart, which is a pure and wants to have a good relationship, good experience, everything that is very close to God is in our heart. He has created it. So always we should give preference to our heart to speak first, not the brain. And I think most of our difficulties will get resolved. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, so profound, sir. Thank you so much. As you rightly mentioned that we have to be completely aware what's happening, what's the mind telling and what's the heart telling. And as Sukhdeepak sir said that we are not mind, we are not body. We own our mind, we own our body, and we can manage our mind. We can, and if we learn how to manage our mind, if we manage how to listen,
we could manage it.
My body is telling, then definitely we can get rid of all such emotional baggages and we forgive
Sure.
and let it free. Great. So thank you so much, sir. Now let's listen
Thank
from anyone else. This empowering morning conversations, as you all know, that it's a conversations, and conversation means we have to talk, two persons at least. So those, if you have not spoken yet, its platform is open. You can unmute yourself, you can come on camera, you can share your thoughts, you can participate in the conversation so that we all learn together. That's the purpose of empowering morning conversation every day. So I can see Ramaji, I can see Gautam Badraji. He's busy these days teaching photography to his students, and they are winning prizes. Sanjay ji, Alina ji, Abu Bakr Siddiqui, how are you today? I can see Samina ma'am also.
Konanji, I want to talk on this. Just I need 2-3 minutes. I will come back.
No problem, sir. Take your time. We are here patiently waiting for your wisdoms. I can see Arvind ji also. I can see Prem Gandhi. Abu Bakr Siddiqui, would you like to share something before Ramaji comes with his sharing?
Yes, sir. Today feeling better, and still I was on mic. I was listening all the conversation today. It was very interesting, and the tools to practice the forgiveness which Shakti ma'am shared, it was also awesome. So even I was thinking in my mind last week I did that the same with my relatives, which I was not communicating with them for long. So they are also avoiding me. And from my, because from my side, there is no communication. That's why they also stopped. So I thought I will continue, and I called them, I invited to my home, and I gave them party, and we started our communication. So it's because of this EMC and these tools, which sharing here every time and repeating here by Shakti ma'am all the time when we forget. So it's awesome, sir. Thank you so much. And if you could share these slides, please share this, and also yesterday's Sherry. Thank you.
Actually, yeah, yesterday I missed it. So my apology for that. Yes, we will share Shairi. And thank you so much, Abu Bakr Siddiqui. You are an awesome guy. Wonderful. Have a great day. Would you like to share something, Gautam ji? Kemon achen, Dada?
Fine. Thank you very much. I'm now adopting this vulnerability. I found that is try to drop the barrier which prevent to come close with the my people, my relative or friends are like that. It's a very good word, and I'm trying. I'm start doing the practicing, not able to do 100%. But as CMC is making me more generous and nice with my people. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Dada. Thank you so much. Now, so it's about to close today's Empowering Morning Conversation 503 session. And Rama sir is also here. And before we ask Rama sir, I'll just request Nidhi ma'am to close the session once the Rama sir is done. And then I'll present, I'll share my shairi to you. Yeah. So over to you, Ramaji, and then I'll request Nidhi ma'am. Please,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you. Thank you, Kunanji. So like we talked, there are so many ideas, tools, and techniques we talked about to remove the emotional baggage, and particularly forgiveness and everything else. So one thought coming is, okay, that's fine. The baggages, we have to clear it. But is there a way to not accumulate new baggages? So in that case, so why forgiveness? Why do we forgive to start with, Kunanji?
Oh, you are asking question, why forgiveness?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen from Kasha Sai. Maybe he has a better answer than me. Kasha sir, over to you.
No, we forgive it is because, it shouldn't hurt us. Holding on to that hurts us.
Exactly. So we are getting hurt, or we are offended by somebody else's words or actions, right? So is there a way to not get offended by their actions and speech or whatever else, or even their thinking? Is what I've been thinking. So I think it is possible. So one way I try to practice is to look at from that person's point of view. It is not that anybody or everybody wanting to hurt you or offend you deliberately. There may be some exceptional cases, but by default, normally, people do not want to really hurt you or offend you. It is only the perception, the way they perceive the things, the way they look at is different from the way I expect. So hence I get offended. So what I try to do is to look at from their point of view and also have empathy from that situation, because it may not be right for them to look at from that point of view, but still they look at it because that is their situation. So is there a way I can help them to look at differently? Is there a way for me to understand from their point of view? Can I approach the whole thing in an empathetic way? So I don't get offended and I don't need to forgive. So that's where I'm going towards. Konanji, thank you. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. You are always one step ahead from all of us. We have to reach to that state. And that's what is the intention of empowering morning conversations. As you all know, Mr. Ramamurthy, he is associated with Sukhdeepak Malviya sir since past 2 years, and he is traveling the journey with sir. And now we have to reach to that stage that we don't get offended. We don't let the emotion stuck in our mind by holding some grudges or some negative thoughts of someone. So on the spot, at that moment, if something is happening which we don't expect to happen, but we let it go that moment itself, so we don't carry any luggage. But today's conversation was mainly, if we are carrying any luggage, what shall we do to get rid of that? Maybe we'll have another day the conversation, what shall we do in present moment or a specific moment that we don't create any emotional baggages. So thank you so much, Rama sir, for the great profound sharing. And before I go back to Niti ma'am, let's listen from Leena ma'am and also Shanti ma'am, and then we will close today's session. Leena ji, over to you.
So good morning, everyone. So I want to ask a question. Can we use a discretion therapy here? I mean, exercise?
Yeah, definitely. I think we can. And let me request Ramaji to answer this.
Yes, absolutely. Discretion is one of the important exercises for removing the emotional baggage.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. And then if it is much more stronger, then see, you can start with who does it belong to start with, because it may not be your own emotions. You might have absorbed from others. So if it is still persists, then you can go for discretion. If even discretion is not removing it, then you can go for EFT, emotional freedom technique. That really removes the deep-rooted emotion.
What's that? I don't know.
It's tapping various places and saying certain things.
Okay.
We will request Ramaji to take one session on EFT. Leena
Yeah,
ma'am.
I know this is a long pending. We'll do that. Yeah.
Thank you, Leena ji, for sharing. And let's listen from Shanti ma'am. Yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
If we don't want to accumulate, you have to let it go on a daily basis. Like every evening, you can, whatever the situation you go through, you review it and let it go, all the emotions. So you need not carry anything ahead. You just let it go your past baggages, then you will not accumulate. You need to do some exercises, not accumulate new baggages. Then you will be free and you have only very limited things to carry to move forward. The traveling will be easier.
Yeah, very profound, ma'am. Thank you so much. That's what normally I do before I go to bed on Before I sleep on the bed, I sit on the bed, and then we just let it go and then sleep. So thank you so much, ma'am. And now I'll request.
Sorry, just one more point. So like Shakti explained, I think clearing statement is another tool to remove the emotional baggage. Even before this creation, after who does it belong to, you can use clearing statement to clear the emotional baggage, and then you can move on to this creation and then EFT. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Now let me request and invite. Leena ma'am has some more point. Leena ji, please go ahead.
So in Access also we say that every relationship at night we can destroy and create, so that we can start a fresh relationship from the morning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I'm sure you might have great insights. Some powerful thoughts might have come, and the intention of today's empowering morning conversation was to realize that whether we are carrying any emotional baggage or not, if we are carrying it, how can we get rid of that? So we learn certain techniques, and I believe that we will practice in case we are carrying any. But of course, ultimately, the bigger intention of empowering morning conversations with Sudhibak Malbai, experts like Ramaji, and those who have done the access consciousness, to be in the state so that we don't let any baggage come on us. We be free every moment. So may I request and invite Niti ma'am to summarize today's conversations and her thought and takeaways for all of us, and then we will close today's session. Niti ma'am, please take it up.
Thank you, sir. In today's session, we touched upon the 5 elements of an intimate relationship, and through the discussions, we have looked at this from the point of view of access consciousness, and we've also looked at it from the point of view of how, if we do not, as a first step, if we have to address the baggages that we are carrying, how do we deal with it at the first step? That is where Punein sir shared his slides, very simple steps, the 4 steps, and the most important being creating the new intent. Just letting go is not enough unless we create the new intent. Then we get onto a new loop, into a new level of a relationship. Else there is a bigger risk of coming back into the same old loop. So moving on to a new level with the same person is what is important. And that was a very, very interesting takeaway, sir. Thank you. With emotional baggages, we talked about how it's affecting the body, how it affects the health, the mental states, the illness, how it limits us, heavy versus light, how it grips us. And from there on, we went on to discussing certain tools and techniques, and we did a few clearing statements. So, and towards the end, we had a very, very valid point raised by Shanti ma'am, where we are talking about balancing all our negative and positives at the end of the day before we retire for the day. That is where indirectly we are also talking about let's work towards a higher balance of not getting affected with too many situations or circumstances around us. Starting with every night, if we are balancing away, letting go of all the negativity and just carrying the positivity with us into the next day, slowly, slowly, we can come back to doing this exercise maybe every few hours to every hour. That way we raise our equilibrium to a higher, more balanced state and not get impacted by the circumstances. So we had a lot of inputs, a lot of exercises, tools, clearing statements, some very simple techniques, and the most important is identify the new level that you want, the new level of relationship you want to establish with the same person. That is very important. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, ma'am, for summarizing today's empowering morning conversation. And with the intention that we will live every moment with the let it go approach, with the forgiveness approach, Every moment we will welcome. Let it be good, bad, ugly, whatsoever, as Sukdeep sir say, so that all of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. And that's what is the blessing. So thank you so much. Have a great day. But before we close today's session, let me ask if anyone, Abu Bakr Siddiqui or Premji or Kamaji, if you have any shairi to share so that we get some inspiration through poetry as well, Tamil or English or anyone, please. If not, let me find out what is in my bag today. Not the emotional baggage, the poetry baggage. Okay, let me share. Hasina ji, I'll request you to translate.
I'll try.
अर्ज किया है कि बुझी बुझी शमा भी जल सकती है, तूफान से किश्ती भी निकल सकती है। बुझी शमा भी जल सकती है, तूफान से कश्ती भी निकल सकती है। हो के मायूस यूं ना अपने इरादे बदल, हो के मायूस यूं ना अपने इरादे बदल, तेरी किस्मत कभी भी बदल सकती है। तेरी किस्मत कभी भी बदल सकती है।
Yeah, you have to go line by line. So I will tell you one line, and I know.
बुझी शमा भी जल सकती है।
Extinguished lamp can also get lit.
तूफान से कश्ती भी निकल सकती है।
In storm, even a boat can go to the shore.
हो के मायूस यूं ना अपने इरादे बदल,
Getting disappointed, don't change your plans.
तेरी किस्मत कभी भी बदल सकती है।
Your luck can change anytime.
Yes. So that's what I think this could be a good closing, parting words for all of us. Don't get disappointed. Don't be mayus. Expect that things are coming in your ways in a beautiful way.
Right.
And have a great day. So let me request you to sign it off. Anything else, Rama sir, parting word, or we'll close the session?
Yeah, we can close, sir. Thank you. I think Niti ji has summarized very well. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kunenji, for giving me so much time to express myself.